want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, and it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Yeah, ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready
Mike 45.
I'm not ready. Check 52.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
That's on the first guard selected in the draft back in April, Chris Lindstrom from BC. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Ryan. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready. Blue ready. Check right 45. Go.
C.J. Anderson with it. Of course, a big part of the Rams' run to the Super Bowl last year. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jameis to throw it. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Shut it! Black, what is that? Check 45. Flip. 45.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to fourth down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt. And they're going for it on fourth down. Winston to throw for it on fourth. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Looking deep for Julio. This is caught inside the 15. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. To throw is Ryan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Ready, set.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Ready, set.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
All right, 25 to that.
45 to Mike.
Hey, South. Check.
45, Mike, 45. Check that out.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Fielded at the 20. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
21. 22.
Check, Mike, 54.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On second down, it's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end.
Complete to O.J. Howard. A gain of 9 brings up second down at the 46-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Wait. What you got? Give me some. Here we go. Check 9.
To throw again on second down. Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
To throw, Winston. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This looks like a free play for Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Here's Ryan to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Get up! Get up!
Now it's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Ready?
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 24, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. That's caught by Howard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. To throw is Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Watch the shit. Check out.
They'll throw again. Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
He goes underneath for Anderson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Watch the twist.
To the air again with Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Josh Doctson. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Ryan going up top. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
59, ready. 280. 54. Mike, 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous, man.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Marr is good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Third down now, it's C.J. Anderson. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Winston now to throw on first down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground, Anderson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
At the 29-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Win championships, baby.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 30. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
51, Tom! 54.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to launch this thing way down. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Now after the touchdown, it's Dashero to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
10th carry now for Anderson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check three. Hey, stop. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Jameis to throw it. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Anderson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jameis now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a run with Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. First down, Winston. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
So they'll try again with Anderson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal, Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. But it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Winston. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Flushed out right. That's complete to his receiver, Gadwood. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All day. Check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check, 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 check. Shift, shift.
Hey, 59, ready. Wait.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You can't stop me.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check 45 to Mike. Come to my
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And Pascal's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit...
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. It's caught at the 10. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 45 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They run. Anderson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. To throw, Winston. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's Winston. He completes it to Evans. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down, Buccaneers.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And you know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. And they take a knee. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Buccaneers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4.